What's going on here? Apparently, the cult of cyber of CryBullies, white people hate the left. Agree with us or else. Oh god. I can take a good feeling. Who that is, what this is gonna be about. She is worse than Hitler? Jesus Christ.
Hello friends, and welcome to another episode of What the Hell is Going On with your host, Ugly Belle Delphine.
Please tell me what has been going on, to be honest. Well, I kind of pretty much know, but you know, tell me a little bit more.
Now, before you ask, yes, there is an Epstein Files video coming out. I feel like everyone has like streamer brain nowadays, and like every fucking video has to be breaking news in order to get the most views. But I am taking my time with it. I'm sure you understand there is a lot happening.
You know, with this anti-Semitic culture right now, she voted against a resolution condemning.
Is Jewish. I just want to be clear. Do you want to go there, Attorney General? Do you want to go there? Are you serious?
Gentlemen,
talking about anti-Semitism to a woman who loved your grandfather in the Holocaust?
Your country, sir. Anyway, let's just forget about these satanic billionaire pedophiles running the world, and let's talk about some internet drama, shall we? Because that is what's really important. For a little over a decade now, the most inane things can get you called a racist or a Nazi on the internet, to the point where these words hold little to no meaning anymore. It's so bad that when someone is called a racist or a Nazi online, I'm immediately like,
you're a Konena.
Oh, what funny joke did they tell? But ladies and gentlemen, we have officially come to the point where not saying anything also makes you a racist Nazi. For the few of you watching this channel who are employed, there's a very popular Twitch streamer named Emaru. She's a cosplayer and just kind of a fun, chill, normie video game streamer. Well, the other day, someone in her chat asked her opinion about ICE, and this is what she had to say.
Like, there's a certain extent where I'm like, okay, sure, I get people wanting big content creators to, like, say their opinions on, like, important topics. I get that, right? But it's like, if you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
In a world where it seems like every single celebrity is
based, I'm just saying, it's a fact, you know? It could have, you know?
just screaming their political takes completely unprompted, this was a refreshing thing to hear. Seems like a pretty sane, rational, inoffensive thing to say, right?
Well, yeah,
Wrong.
of course.
This short little clip where she ironically tried to avoid controversy ended up being one of the most controversial dramas this year. I feel like decades worth of news has happened in the past like 2 months, don't you? Every day there's like a breaking story of the most insane shit you've ever heard in your life. And everyone is expected to have a fully formed opinion on every single breaking story. There's pressure to react, to pick a side, to condemn, to defend. But the reality is, when a story first breaks, we're usually not seeing the full picture. And that's why for years now, I have been using today's sponsor, Ground News. So let's quickly give them a shout out before we jump into today's video, shall we? Ground News is a website and an app.
Sorry, I'm punished. I'm punished for me not to skip the ad, for at least for this one anyways. I got punished the last time, so.
That lets you see how news stories are being covered all across the political spectrum, from left, right, and center. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of political bias, ownership, and headlines that helps you understand the full story and really make sure you're getting both sides. They really make it fun and easy to compare headlines to see how political bias and media ownership can affect the framing of a story. For example, let's take a look at this one about how RFK admits he used to snort cocaine off toilet seats. If you look it up on Ground News, a right-wing headline covers it like this: RFK revealed why he wasn't scared of COVID. It was a legendary answer. And a left-wing outlet covers the same story like this: Robert F. Kennedy Jr. doesn't fear germs, and his reason is really, really gross. Same story, completely different vibes. The Ground News feature I like the most is the blind spot tool. It shows you how news stories have been covered by only one side of the political spectrum and ignored by the other. For example, here's a story about how Hillary Clinton says migration has gone too far. Rare Hillary Clinton W. Suspicious. 37 sources covered it, 91% of those sources were right-wing, and only 4% were left-wing. Interesting. Or this one about how middle-class Americans are selling plasma because of financial pressure. Americans are selling their blood because they're so poor. 71% of the sources that covered this were left-wing, and only 14% were right-wing. I have been using Ground News for like 5 years now, and I am obsessed. It is one of the first apps I open when I wake up in the morning. It really helps me stay informed and helps me keep up with the news for my videos. But don't just take my word for it. Even the Nobel Peace Center recognized Ground News as an excellent way to stay informed, avoid echo chambers, and expand your worldview. Best of all, I am currently offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the plan I use to access all their amazing features. This comes to only like $5 a month, which is like the price of a cup of coffee nowadays. To get the 40% discount, just go to ground.news/shoe or use the QR code on screen right here, or click the link in the video description down below to subscribe to their Vantage plan today. Big thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad as always. Right?
Yes.
And now let's get back to the video.
I didn't skip it, I promise.
In this video, we are going to talk about the drama surrounding Emaru, the people trying to cancel her, the mistake the left is making by embracing cancel culture again. We're gonna read some insane, hilarious tweets, of course, and then we will talk about my personal experience with these people. And
she got her eyes on me.
Yeah,
she got her eyes on me.
I mean,
so I can't
the
skip
cult
the ad this time.
of the CryBullies.
The CryBullies.
I'm sorry if I sound even more like a prepubescent boy in this video. I am a little bit sick, but I am here, slaving over a hot laptop for you. If you guys saw my last video, you know I am quite critical of ICE. I don't think we should abolish them, of course, but I think it is good and healthy to criticize your government. I am a political culture war commentator. I talk about political topics often. People come to me to hear my political opinions. But not everybody wants to be a political YouTuber or streamer. And not everybody wants to listen to a political YouTuber or streamer. Sometimes we just want to have fun and talk about other things. There are lots of other things to talk about. Sometimes we want to look at funny memes or watch funny videos without having...
Exactly. That's what we do around here at the end of the day. We talk about it from like very few often or so, but it's usually like when it gets to like pretty drastic, like super drastic measures, you know, what was happening with the whole ICE thing or so back in that one place or so where that one person got shot, during Donald Trump getting assassinated, the Charlie Kirk getting assassinated, and then, you know, basically all this other stuff in general. So it has to be like
shoved down our throat. So a lot of people thought it was really refreshing when a cosplay streamer was basically like, I don't want to talk about politics. Why are you coming to me for politics? It was a perfectly sane, rational opinion. So of course, like, half the internet had a problem with it. It's just not that hard to say f ICE. It's really not that hard to say f ICE, to be honest. It's so hard to just say
these people on Twitter, dude, I swear, they all have that same specific mindset. It's like a weird hive mind that they all got, dude. It's so fucking weird, man.
ICE? It's really not hard to say
It's so
ICE.
weird.
Jesus Christ, how hard is it to just say ICE?
No.
How hard is it to just say ICE?
How about I just say, go ICE go, or like, ice baby.
How hard is it to just say ICE and move on? Oh my god. Just say ICE. It's not hard. Is it so hard to just say the line? Say the line. Say it. Jesus Christ, like at this point, even if Emaru did want to like abolish ICE, even if she really did think ICE, she shouldn't say it. Like I wouldn't say it at this point because this is just like, this is creepy. This is like a horde of zombies chasing.
Well, they're all brainwashed idiots.
After you. Hey, it's actually super easy to stream and have opinions. I'll show you.
Oh, this, oh my god, this fucking dude. This chummy chum dude. I swear to god, man, I swear, dude. I feel like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like the Western education system, like, I assume this is all the US, right? So the US education system has definitely, like, I don't know, it has completely failed for you guys specifically, like, honestly, especially if you have these kinds of people who think that they are in the right and everything, and they don't do their research or nothing like that. I really do generally. I think the education has failed majorly.
Guys, Donald Trump and everyone in his administration, Elon Musk, free Palestine, US is on stolen land built by stolen people, Luigi did nothing wrong, abortion is healthcare, leave trans people the f alone. These people literally just speak in bumper stickers, dude. Just like copy pasting the internet leftist starter pack. What the hell am I looking at? I hate the Reddit ass. Hey, it's super easy. It's crazy, like 1,000 years ago, this dude's ancestors were hunting mammoths. And now he's on here like, men should not be speaking like this. I'm sorry. We need another war. The post that really seemed to kick this all off was made by Denims, the self-described largest female political streamer. Only because I don't stream, Denims. Only because I don't stream. Anyway, I don't have any like personal beef with Denims. This isn't like an own Denims video. We used to be kind of cool years ago, but she apparently has some opinions on Emaru, so let's hear her out. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting the modern Gestapo. First of all, she's not fence-sitting, she's just choosing not to talk about politics. Like, in order to fence-sit, you actually have to say something.
Yeah.
She didn't even say anything. Like, how do you even know what her opinion is? Second of all, modern Gestapo.
Exactly.
Why is everything the f***ing Holocaust? It's totally normal to criticize ICE.
You considered her as the largest political streamer? Female political streamer? You guys are cooked as a nation, to be honest. If you consider her as a big female political streamer. Ugh.
It's totally understandable to have issues with the things they are doing. But modern Gestapo? Don't you guys get tired of this shit? Like, don't you guys get tired of saying, like, isn't this exhausting after a while? Everything is Nazis, everything is the Holocaust, everyone is Hitler. It's like nothing else bad ever happened in history. Like, what did they used to compare bad things to before?
Because that's the shitty thing about it, is because that's all they ever learned in school. That's literally the only thing was learned in school, was just like, what is it? What is it the most that you learned or so? What was World War II? I think World War I, I think, question mark. I think did you guys learn about the Civil War, question mark? Because I know some of the Civil War. They also learned, they also taught like, how like America gained independence and everything like that. What was it? The Revolutionary War? Yeah, they also explained about the Revolutionary War. What else did they taught you guys specifically? Oh, well, they taught us specifically how, like, you know, about Thomas Edison and how, and also the, what's the name of these guys? I forgot what the name of these dudes are. During the Renaissance fair, or they taught me that specifically. They taught me, what's his name? Edison? Was it Edison or something? Oh, basically like who invented electricity and all this other stuff, you know. I know that Benjamin Franklin also did the thing with the kite and the key and everything like that. I remember that specifically. They learned about the Civil War, the founding fathers, and World War I and World War II, the expanding of America from being the colonies. Yeah, and I think I know they taught me the Renaissance. They taught me about the Black Plague. They taught me about what was it, like a bunch of the Crusade stuff during that time. The Roman Empire. I don't know. I was taught quite a lot of few things or so about like, well, it's just like the human history in general. So, where are you from? None of your business. That's where I'm from.
War II. Oh my god, you're literally Napoleon. Also, I love this racist chud. Like, where did the racism part? Well. Like, where did that come from? Listen, I don't get on camera and start talking about cars or math or taxes or investing or going outside or the plenty of other things I don't know about. I sit here and talk about the gender war and the culture war because I'm good at those things, and that's what people watch me for. That is my lane, and I stay in it. Emaru likes what she's doing. Her audience likes what she's doing. There are plenty of other channels that will regurgitate your political takes back to you. Just turn on the TV. Turn on CNN. Most normal people are sick and tired of celebrities just like spewing their political takes completely unprompted. I don't care what.
Well, yeah, it's kind of stupid or so. I'm like, you're a celebrity that you're there to entertain at the end of the day. You have a job to do. No one really cares much about your political takes because at the end of the day, you know, you're in an industry that's just, you know, you just kind of do your role and you go home and that's it, you know.
Glub Shitto thinks
you know?
Of politics, okay? Why does Glub Shitto have to get on stage and start talking about how we're on stolen land or some shit? Why do you need your political opinions thrown up into your mouth by a celebrity like a fucking baby bird? Like, do you really want Sydney Sweeney throwing up in your mouth? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Please don't answer that.
She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say ICE. It's not.
Yeah, you do. You need to understand the whole system in general, what's been happening from the very beginning all the way until now. Like, you have to know, like, the whole spectrum in general, like, to understand, you know?
That hard of a concept.
You actually don't have to know what you're talking about in order to just say the line. What?
And they call her the most famous political streamer. Didn't I remember correctly where she had like an incorrect answer or so that said that like that kids or babies don't form memories or something like that at a certain age or something, or kids don't form memories at a certain age or so, but she was like completely dead wrong or so. I'm just kind of like, what are you?
That you want to brainwash the people with IQ law. Than literal monkeys.
What do you mean? I have to know the topic? Can I just read headlines and base facts off the headlines? No. They taught you this shit in school to not read the headlines. What happened? They literally taught you this shit. You must read the article itself. You can't just read the headline itself and get your info. They literally taught you this shit. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I fucking what am I listening to? Why are you guys all retarded? God damn it, dude. I just don't understand. They literally taught you this in school, not to read just the headline itself. You're supposed to read the entire article. Oh my god, man. You can't be serious with me. Why are people like this? Oh my lord.
Look into a topic, do your own research, come to your own conclusion, and form your own opinion on the topic. You should not just blindly, mindlessly say the line.
Yeah,
exactly. You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella.
I support Cutie the current thing. I'm gonna support your mom content. In a second.
And even she's capable of saying ICE.
I think they were dropped on their head.
You don't have to be a political creator.
I might have to agree with that one, to be honest. Not just once.
To recognize that it's not hard to say ICE.
You don't have to be a political content creator to say the line. All your other friends are saying the line, Emaru. Why aren't you saying the line, Emaru?
It's because she doesn't care about fucking politics. That's the reason why. Even I don't care about politics, okay? I'll talk about like things that like escalate to like the most craziest boiling point and say my own two opinions about it. But that's it. You're not gonna see me talk about like, oh, what's in the Epstein file? Oh, what did Donald Trump do this time? Oh, what did Palestine do this time? Oh, what happened in Israel? Or oh, what happened in... Well, I think the Venezuela thing was pretty funny in my personal opinion. But anyways, you know, I'm not talking about like, I'm not gonna talk about whatever other stupid, dumb fucking topic there is, to be honest, because like it doesn't interest me, okay? That shit doesn't... I'm a gamer, okay? I play video games, okay? I talk about video games because video games is the thing that I enjoy, okay? All right? That's like my big head topic. And also food. I like talking about food as well. So food is fun because I enjoy cooking, and one of these days I want to do a cooking stream. That's the only reason why. So
okay, but unironically though, them straight up. Hey, them. Yeah, it's them, don't care, and if you don't like that I say that, it's you too. You know what I mean? It's really that easy for me, I'm telling you right now.
Audience,
there's Emaru's roommate saying the line. Aren't we all proud of her? By the way, where are all her friends during all of this? Where are all her morally righteous, good guy, big streamer friends while this is all going down? While she's being dragged by half of the internet for doing absolutely nothing wrong. This girl who literally just came out of an allegedly abusive relationship. This girl who literally just got assaulted, grabbed by some freak at a convention. Now this girl is going through all of this. I guess it's fine to be silent when your friend is getting dragged by half of the internet, but don't you dare.
Shh. At the end of the day, those aren't really true friends. That's all I gotta say. Those are not some true friends, I'll be honest with you. I'd probably would go find some other friends.
Stay silent about current thing. I don't even know this woman, and I'm sticking my neck out for her because it pisses me off seeing this kind of shit happen to people who absolutely do not deserve it.
If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country. You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole...
No, you don't. There's no mandatory thing that you have to care about the politics in your country. There's no mandatory law for you to care. Only you care because you're a fucking weirdo. And you're crazy too as well. You make everything out of politics, to be honest. Watch, I bet you if you try to like, this is the best example I always say every single time. If you try to steal the last slice of pizza, I bet you she's gonna find some way to make it political in some sort of way.
Taxes thing.
So tiring as a relationship partner, to be honest.
I'm just not gonna pay for it.
Such a tiring relationship.
You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff.
When someone doesn't have an opinion on a political topic, people like you might get a little mad. When someone doesn't pay their taxes, the government comes and arrests them. Okay, so that's the difference between those things.
There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics. What?
Many people, most people, do not care that much about politics. I know to you and me.
Facts. That's also me too. Like, I'll talk about it every so often, but even then it's just like, I just personally just don't care. I don't care what happens where I live or so. I don't care what happens in the US, what happens. I don't care what the fuck happens in the UK or so. I'll talk about it and everything like that, and I'll throw my own two opinions about the subject and what they should do specifically. But that's it. That's just generally it, you know? That's all I have to say about it.
That's like mind-blowing, that's like unfathomable,
and I just kind of like move
because
on
our whole
from
life
there,
is politics, our job is politics, like I get it. But most people's lives do not revolve around politics. They do other things other than fight with strangers online. Crazy, I know. But man, do I envy them. I was so much happier before I knew. Sadly, it is getting harder and harder for the average person to not care about politics because politics is seeping into literally everything. Politics will be bending you over and spreading your cheeks and going in dry whether you want it or not. And unfortunately,
I'm okay with that.
The people who are like, I just want to be left alone, are the people who are the most fucked by politics. Also, more importantly, Emaru wasn't saying that she doesn't care about politics. She was saying she didn't want to talk about politics. I feel like that is a huge difference. I care a lot about like skincare, but I don't get on here and talk about like peptides and collagen to my audience because they don't give a shit. They're here to watch me say feminism is doo-doo and make silly little faces at the camera. Yeah, you like that shit? I hate when grown women don't have a mind of their own. You are 28 years old, please develop a mind of your own. All she does is pander to anime gooner men. No mind of her own. I never liked Emaru, so finding out she's stupid and doesn't have a mind of her own is nice. The audacity! If she didn't have a mind of her own, she would have mindlessly parroted the shit you want her to say. She would have mindlessly just been like, fuck Ice. If Emaru came out and was like, actually, I think Ice is doing a fine job, do you think they'd be like, ah yes, she has a mind of her own? No, absolutely not. They are not angry that she doesn't have an opinion. They are angry that she doesn't have
the
their
same opinion.
The absolute audacity to say that this woman doesn't have a mind of her own while thousands of you people swarm her like drones, barking orders at her to say the line. You guys literally operate like the fucking Borg. So what I'm gathering is that Emaru is a grown woman who acts like a frail, silly little girl to entertain fat, dirty incel Asian fetisher weirdos and is okay with that, but draws the line.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This girl's probably upset because she's probably not getting fantasized and she's probably not Asian. And you want to know something? In the Western scene of the hemisphere, the Western people do love Asians. I can see why they leave the Western society to go live in the Asian region, to go pick up an Asian wife. Makes sense. I completely understand why. These bitches are fucking crazy. I get you guys, okay?
Line at saying Ice is bad? Emaru and Asmon's audience—
It's a fetish to like Asians now? Yes, apparently it's a fetish to like Asians. What they've said specifically, it was called what? The yellow fever? But it's like you have a specific type. It's the same thing if you like Mexicans or if you like Hispanics, you know? It's like we don't make fun of you guys that you like Hispanics in general or you like Latinas, you know? It's like we don't have like a specific like weird like fucking terminology for it, you know? So oh no, I'm an Asian man. Am I endangered? Grief me, my Vietnamese beauty, you know. Yune on naps. Shout out Asians, all my homies love Asians. Yeah, like my older brother likes Asians, but he also likes dark skinned girls too. So I can see why. You know, I can understand why at the end of the day. So even then on top of that, it's like we're Hispanic. Like we're mostly Hispanic, okay? We are okay, so just to let you know, we are mostly Hispanic. Do we have some blood of Asian in us? Somewhere in there. Yes, we do. Somewhere in there. But we're mostly raised Hispanically. So even then on top of that, it's that application of saying you have yellow fever literally does not apply, you know, to my older brother whatsoever. So yeah. And that's kind of like basically it. So even then, I also like some Asian people too as well. Shit, there's nothing wrong with it at the end of the day. I don't know. It's just so weird. I think it's just a bunch of pissy people or so who are literally not that attractive or so, who just like to make fun of, you know, that kind of like shits on people who have a specific type in general.
Are the same.
It's just so
Incels love
dumb.
Emaru because she confirms the image of the anime bimbo stereotype that incels worship.
I don't
She
think
definitely
she is a
cultivated
bimbo,
an
to be
audience
honest.
who, in the end of all things, are reactionary.
I think she's a
she
pretty smart
appeals to
individual.
violent racists who
Because why do I think she's a very smart individual? It's because she is successful in life. That's the reason why. Go as yellow fever confirmed. No, I have the brown fever for your mom's fucking ass. So shut your bitch ass up, dubstep. Before I'm gonna slap the blackness out of you.
fetishize Asian women. What the fuck is this Asian fetish thing? Are they just saying this because she's fucking Asian? Like, I'm trying to find a clip of Emaru saying sucky sucky $5 or something, but it doesn't exist. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's not a coincidence that she answered the question this way, and that her fan base consists heavily on Asian fetishes. I don't know where this is coming from. And this woman, the woman saying this is literally an OnlyFans, like an Asian OnlyFans model. Like, I'm sorry, are you really the person to be talking about fetishization here? The most insane part of all of this had to be when her ex-boyfriend, her allegedly abusive ex-boyfriend, posted his own f ice in the middle of his ex-girlfriend being canceled for not saying that. Like, how
No one cares about Miss Kiv, okay? No one cares about Miss Kiv, alright? Miss Kiv is the most irrelevant person ever, okay? No one cares about him. He's just trying to save face for himself so he doesn't get fucking backlash on literally the shit that he is going through right now.
fucking petty do you have to be to subtweet your ex like that? Another character involved in all this is former booby streamer CaseyTron.
Of course it's CaseyTron. Of course it is. Of course. She always likes to meddle her nose into everything, to be frankly honest. Oh, my lord.
Reminds me of whenever Amarath started wearing a cowboy hat, because that's whenever she started going like full Nazi, basically. She started wearing the cowboy hat. It's like whenever these Texas girls in like
Oh my. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I can pull through this. I can pull through this. Okay. All right. I can pull through this now. I'm trying not to lose brain cells, but holy shit, it's really hard. I'm not gonna lie.
these Austin, Texas streamer circles start wearing cowboy hats, that's whenever you gotta watch out.
A woman in Texas wearing a cowboy hat? Lord, take me out. Take me out back, behind the shed. Put me out of my misery if I ever become this politically brain rotted. Holy shit.
Like, you know that she probably has like weird incels donating her hundreds of dollars. It's because, like, in my opinion, like, it's all a facade to appeal to the worst type of men. Because, like, really misogynistic, shitty incel-like men, they like a woman that doesn't have any opinions. I think that she also plays
I'm losing brain cells. I'm trying to move my head or so to get those brain cells back. Holy fuck, dude. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm being on the fucking electric chair right now at the moment.
Into how a lot of incels will fetishize Asian women. Her whole platform is...
I'm just letting you know, this is one of the reasons why, why Western men in general are moving over to Asian females. It's because of dumb bimbos like this overall. That's the only reason why. It's because of these kinds of women. I can like I said, I can see why. I can understand why they're completely like, yeah, fuck these kinds of women, you know? They're just tired of them in general.
Just like appealing to like the worst fucking men. She's like basically like she's like
Philippine, I love you long time.
So this pick me shit, dude. It's gonna be the death of me. Before making this video, I watched a bunch of Emaru stuff, and I saw no signs of like pick me behavior at all.
She doesn't
at
have
least with
pick me
some
behavior.
streamers or some YouTubers. People could be like, oh, they criticize women, so they're trying to be like one of the good ones, and they're a pick me. Like, okay, sure, like that's retarded. We all know that's retarded. But at least I can like kind of see how is Emaru a pick me? She doesn't even do that shit. Like, where is the pick me thing coming from? No, really though, what makes her a pick me and not the booby streamer or OnlyFans models calling her a pick me? You are literally selling your body for men to consume. If men do not pick pictures of your ass, you can't pay rent. There's no bigger pick me on earth than a fucking porn star. And me. I don't care about being called a pick-me. I've been doing this for over a decade now. I'm used to it. I've been called it thousands of times. I am a 35-year-old married mother. I do not give a shit. I do care, however, when other women are called pick-me for the crime of not following a hive mind. I see it so often in like the VTuber community. Like all the
Oh god, do not get me started with the VTuber community, shoe on head. Oh my lord, don't get me don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay, fuck it. I swear to God, man, this
these VTuber anime women will be called pick-me's for just saying
100% facts, dude, because you want to know something? Those specific types are not here for the love of the game. They're here to profit the game. That's what they're here for, literally. Straight up. They're just only here pretending to be VTubers because of the popularity. That's the reason why, okay? You want to know something? I made my own lore video, and you know for a fact, I enjoy the love of that game because I think personally being a VTuber is fucking awesome, to be honest. Like literally, generally, it's actually just one of the coolest things to create like this kind of like orchestrated story backtelling for a character and everything like that, because I love to do story writing and everything. So this is one of the reasons why I just enjoy, you know,
their opinions. You have to understand, like, to these people, whenever a woman has like an opinion that is not like the corporate HR approved opinion of the week, whenever a woman doesn't toe the line of the current thing, in this case, whenever a woman doesn't say anything, she's called a pick-me. You know, she just must have these opinions for men. No other reason. Every woman is secretly a big progressive feminist. And if they're not, they're just doing it for male attention. Because I'm sure someone who looks like this is really starving for male attention.
And then in my opinion, it's like she's not entertaining whatsoever. She's like,
She's more entertaining than you, I gotta say. I already posted the video for it.
Literally rather watch paint dry.
So true, because you know what is far more entertaining than a cute, high-energy cosplay streamer reacting to memes? This is way more entertaining. And if you don't agree, you're just like an incel.
You trying to make fun of me? You trying to make fun of me with my voice? Huh? Shoe on head? I talk like that, you know that, right? I talk very like sultry and everything like that, you know? Except I'm not a dumbass or so compared to Casey Tron anyway, so.
Okay, bitch. Eventually, after a few days of being dogpiled by the most annoying people on Earth, Emaru came out with a statement. Hello, it's very rare I will speak my mind, but I'd rather get my thoughts out there, so apologies if this is long. There's a clip from my stream that's been circulating a lot, so I'd like to explain it for anyone who was hurt or shocked by it. It should go without saying that no one deserves to live their life in fear of being killed or taken away from their homes or families, regardless of who is doing it, but especially not because of ICE or any other government agency. I understand the world is a very cruel and messed up place. You don't have to study politics or actively read the news to know that. I would never want to invalidate anyone who struggles with those things, and an agency causing fear and suffering deserves zero support. To me, that's not even political, it's basic human empathy. Now, I thought that statement was perfectly fine. My issue with it is, she didn't have to make it. Exactly. She was basically forced to come out and say her opinion. So did these freaks finally back off once Emaru made her opinion about ICE clear?
Fuck no.
No. Of course not. Nazi response. TLDR, go f yourself in your PR apology. And there it is. Of fucking course she's another dumb cunt. Girl, we are not as dumb as you look. You're still a racist chud, but continue to enjoy the money you get from your incel audience because they're disgusting just like you.
Well, at least she is successful compared to all you guys at the end of the day combined together. I'm just saying, at least Emaru is more successful. If you put all these people on Twitter who are complaining on her combined together a profit of how much money they make, Emaru would probably still outbeat them in financial status. I'm just saying.
Here is I support Israel and my name is Emaru. Wait, what? Where the f did Israel come from? What? I don't like to talk about politics equals
Israel.
I'm a Nazi and I'm ashamed of my opinion. Everyone knows
time.
what's up. She's a fascist in disguise and is squirming. Emaru, you are garbage Nazi loving c***. You got orange around your mouth. Say F you, Asmongold. If you're neutral, if you're neutral, you might as well say you're MAGA. Stand for something, ho. That's what Trump wants, for everyone to be quiet about it. The idea of get off the internet is so fucking ignorant. This dumb cunt needs to shut.
Yeah, get off the goddamn internet. Literally. Get off the internet. Go fucking touch grass. Go fucking get a hobby or something. That's what I have to say about this.
Shut her fucking mouth. Thank God her downfall is happening. I've been hating on her since day one and knew something was off about her. Not a good statement. She implicitly disavowed ICE, but not so much the actual Trump admin. Yeah, you disavowed ICE, but what about the whole Trump administration? They're like literally the mouse from If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. I was like reading that book to my toddler the other day and I was like, oh my god, this is literally Twitter. You cannot give them an inch, dude. Of course are incel fans swooping in to protect the poor little 28-year-old. Ah yes, incels. Known for defending women online. What? What the f does the word incel even mean?
You know, that's the funniest thing about it. That's always been throughout history where the guy comes in to save the girl. Instead, now you guys have like literally made it like a thing that it shouldn't be a thing. That has been there since throughout history, where you know, where you see a girl or so and you just go, you know, protect them and everything, because that's like genetics, you know, that's part of the genetics in general. But now you guys called it like, oh, you're an incel, you're an incel. It's just kind of like, right.
Anymore. Does it just mean man now? It just means man. Man I do not like. I had no idea this was a thing until yesterday. How come no one told me Emaru low-key a femcel? Femcel! Emaru's a femcel! Oh my... Do people just not know what words mean anymore? How are they coming to these conclusions? I mean, have you looked at...
I'm telling you, fucking the US education system is a failed thing at the end of the day. I'm offended they're calling us an incel for protecting women. Guess it's time to be a sexist again and purify the incelification. It's funny because the void is completely different, dude. That's the strangest thing about it, dude. This is like so jarring to me, for me specifically, because it's just like women love it when a guy literally protects someone else. We find that more attractive, to be honest, than compared to like where like you say, oh ew, you're trying to protect a woman, you're an incel. It's just kind of like, what? It's so weird. Western women giving me every reason to turn misogynist. It's so weird. This is so jarring to me. This is like so out of pocket to see, dude. It's like the most weirdest thing to see in the entire world. I don't know. I just don't like it personally.
At her? I mean, look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. Look at her. Yeah, sorry, I don't see it. I think you guys just might be mentally ill. We need to do something about these male-centered women. Okay, first of all, nothing is more male-centered than centering your life around hating men. Men just live rent-free in your fucking head. Take it up with God.
It's because these women had bad relationships in the past and they dated fucking shitty guys. That's the only reason why, you know? Because their taste in men is fucking garbage. It's literally this meme. What's the meme? All women are queen. Oh.
Our queen! MC Bree! He's a bot!
Hopefully I don't get copyrighted because of the Star Wars music in the background, so.
Go to therapy. Do literally anything else than make it our problem. F her, and especially f her bestie Asmongold. I hope they get kirked. 30-year-old woman too scared to say f
already threatening violence on people. Jesus.
Guys, to keep her incel audience happy. Let's hope she gets abused again. Couldn't happen to a better person. Next time this is assaulted, I'm gonna laugh and laugh. F her and f guys.
Jesus Christ. Holy cow.
And f you if you support this cunt. Emaru deserved what Miskiff did to her. F Emaru for supporting Ice. I genuinely hope this bitch gets okay. I reported that one.
Right.
Holy shit. What is wrong with these people? See, you don't understand. I'm good guy, which makes it okay for me to say f***ed up things about-
I think it's the reason why they do this or so is because they do it behind the screen monitor. That's the only reason why. They don't do it. If they try to do this to face, you know for a fact they're gonna get like arrested and penalized. But they won't do it in front of their faces. They will only do it straight up only, you know, behind a monitor screen where their face is not shown.
A bad guy. You think saying that to someone is f***ed up? Well, you should be abused too, because you're probably also bad guy. It's called being on the right side of history, Chud. Look it up. Nazis deserve death, and silence is compliance. May I just remind the audience that this is what she said.
If you need a streamer who doesn't even know anything about politics to tell you about politics, you probably just need to get off the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, a Nazi that deserves death. What? After making her terrible statement full of lies, Emaru decided to follow right-wing grifter Shoe on Head. Of course Emaru is now following a fellow pathetic pick-me for being quiet about Ice. They both don't want to piss off their 100% right-wing gooner fanbase. For the record, my fan base is probably like 70% right-wing and 80% gooner. Okay, but for some reason, they didn't mind when I came out and harshly criticized Ice in my last video. Yes, some disagreed, but for the most part, they didn't care. As long as you aren't preaching from an ivory tower with no nuance, rhyme, or reason, people don't care. I'll say some shit like, we should decommodify housing, and the right-wingers in my audience are just like, okay, commie mommy. These people cannot fathom a universe where people just disagree. Oh, you're just scared. You don't want to upset your chud audience. I upset my chud audience every goddamn day. You're the ones terrified of your own fucking cult. God forbid you only agree with 99% of the hive mind approved opinions. God have mercy on your soul. I do not envy you. Once you bend the knee to these people, once you apologize or capitulate, it's
I will never bend the knee and I will never apologize to these people. Just letting you know, if I do apologize, it was not me. If I have managers and shit like that, it's them that told me to do it. Just letting you guys know specifically. You guys know exactly where I stand, and you guys know exactly what my opinions are, okay? I'm just letting you know here and now, if I ever join a VTuber organization or anything like that, it's not me who is saying this, it's the management team that's telling me to say this. I'm just letting you know. Because I will never, ever bend the knee to these people.
Over. These people don't actually want an apology. They want to humiliate you. They want to drag you down. At the end of the day, they have found a socially acceptable way to bully people. That's what this is. A lot of people in response to Emaru's statement were like, why did you apologize to the mob? You know, you bent the knee, you're a coward. And honestly, people don't realize how insane it can get. These people, the cult of the CryBully, they come in swarms, they get in your head, they prey on your empathy, they isolate.
Well, for me, they won't, they can't do anything against me. They can't do anything against me. I'm from the void, okay? These people, whatever they can throw at me is nothing worse than what I experienced through life itself. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, Kobe, sorry to die with them your mom jokes. I'm gonna put more your mom jokes down your throat in a second when I deep throat your mom and it got fucking second winter.
You from your friends. They make you feel like a terrible person for having milquetoast normal ass opinions, or in this case, no opinion. And when you are someone who is not used to dealing with these types of people, or you are someone in like a vulnerable state of mind, it is very easy for these cult-like tactics to work. This shit works especially well with women in particular, not to be sexist, but it's just true. Honestly, you know, now that I think about it, the only people who are immune to this are like autistic people. I swear to God, people on the spectrum are immune to the CryBully tactics. What happened is Emaru just saw like a shit ton of people who were mad at her, and she wanted to do the correct thing. Unfortunately, this is just gonna make it worse. And they're moving on to one of their favorite tactics.
The big question in everyone's mind is, well, are you still friends with Asmongold?
While it is appreciated that you are taking a stand and clarifying the clip, you do continue to be vague about how deep your associations with Asmon are. So hopefully you've cut ties with that hate-mongering Nazi troll Asmon, right? Glad you made this and owned up to it, but you're still friends with Asmongold, so it doesn't read as earnest. Almost a decent explanation, but the elephant in the room is that your friendship with Asmongold is holding this back from seeming sincere. Okay, now what about your best friend Asmongold? Denounce Asmon or I'm not taking this seriously. You're friends with Assmold.
Assmold.
Assmold?
I'm pretty sure she's still friends with Asmongold.
Now, whatever you think of Asmongold, he is friends with Emaru. They are friends, even though they disagree with each other. Crazy, right?
I literally said, like, I don't agree with the things he says. Like, what do y'all want me to do? Like, fucking shoot him on stream?
Yes, that is what they want you to do.
Exactly.
Yes. Around 2018, I was facing nearly daily harassment for being friends with someone who was on the right. Hundreds of people were on my ass like every day. They were calling my job. They got emails of my family members. It was like non-stop. Now, this person was a
good luck trying to do that with me because it's not going to work. If I become famous in the future and everything like that, and these people are trying to harass my family members, good luck trying to find any of them. Good fucking luck, okay? That's all I have to say. You're never gonna find my parents whatsoever, you know? You're not gonna find my older brother who's half related to me. You might maybe find my older brother, but he's not gonna respond to you. My younger sister, even less.
A friend of mine, but in order to get all these people off my back, I did probably
That's all I gotta say.
Cringiest thing ever, and I publicly disavowed her. Publicly disavowed a friend of mine over political differences. Now, for those of you who are new here, that sounds like something I would never do, but I did it. I bent the knee to a faceless mob of people who hate me. And in return, I received nothing. The harassment didn't stop, the hate didn't stop. Well, needless to say, karma is real, and the same thing happened to me years later. I was publicly disavowed by friends over political differences. This story ultimately does have a good ending. Me and my friend from 2018, we made up years ago, but looking back on all this in 2026 is extremely embarrassing. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have just told those people to go fuck themselves. But in the moment, it's incredibly stressful and you just kind of want it all to stop. And you will do whatever you can to make it stop. So I understand why Emaru came out and made a statement. I just really hope she doesn't wind up disavowing friends over political differences like I did. It was a huge mistake and it is not worth it because you're going to find yourself surrounded by people who see you as a temporary ally and not a real friend. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a never
we Hispanic people in general, bro, like we're just built different, you know? That's it. I feel like Western people are just not built the same as like people that are not from the Western hemisphere, you know?
Apologize person. You should apologize if you actually do something wrong, if you actually wronged someone. But you shouldn't apologize to like a nebulous, faceless mob of people while facing down a barrel of a gun. There is nothing that she could say and no amount of money she could donate that could convince me she's not a soulless ghoul like all the men she's happily surrounded herself with for years. There is nothing you can ever do to please these people. So why bother? They will not be happy until you kill yourself, and even then they will dance on your grave. And I know, like, with everything going on right now, like, is this really a video about cancel culture in 2026? And it's like, yeah, I don't know. First of all, you should expect that. You clicked on a shoe on a head video. But second of all, yeah, I feel like this is kind of important to talk about. I feel like this type of thing is part of the reason we are where we are right now. This type of stuff drives people away from the left. And more importantly than that, it's just evil. I saw some leftists covering Emaru being canceled, and they were like, the cultural shift is here. Woke 2.0, we don't play around, we're mean now. Woke 2.0? Because Woke 1.0 worked out so well for you guys in the country, right? You're
No, wokeness is definitely dying. We just have to kill it once and for all.
supposed to learn from your mistakes, not—
Well, granted, right? I can try to help you guys out for you guys to kill it, right? But the problem is like the wokeness doesn't affect me or anything or anywhere else around here, to be frankly honest. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay, we over here specifically, it doesn't really affect us. That weird wokeness shit. Yeah, nah. That's why the whole like Latinx thing was a California thing, and us Paisas specifically, from like just all of the Hispanic like regional areas, right? We find that shit pretty retarded. Like we do. We actually generally do find that shit pretty retarded. We actually think it's a slur when you say like originally it was supposed to be said Latinx, but when you say Latinx, it sounds like you're being racist towards like an Asian Hispanic person. It feels like a racial slur towards like Asian Hispanics, you know? But it's supposed to be pronounced Latinx apparently. But it's still kind of like, yeah, that shit's a California thing, and that shit should just stay there and die there, in my personal opinion. That shit needs to die there. Same with a Philippine X. It's also retarded as fuck. There's a Philippine X. I didn't even know there was a Philippine X. That's because it is a racial slur. Oh, it is a racial slur? Oh, I see.
Double down and get worse. I don't know how you can look at the last 10 years and be like, we have got to get more annoying. Like, what are you doing? Attacking normie streamers for not wanting to be involved in political discourse? Also, I feel like this goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm not smearing, like, the left as a whole, okay? This isn't fucking Fox News. This isn't the Nuxanor channel. I'm well aware there are plenty of left-wing people, especially in my audience, who feel the same way I do. I'm talking about a certain faction of the mostly online left. Exactly. I was about to say it's like a loud minority, but I don't even think it's a minority anymore. I think it's like a majority. Like, I feel like I'm one of the only ones like holding down the fort. Like me and Anna Kasparian. And every day I'm called a right-wing grifter for being like, hey, maybe we can focus on the issues that like actually affect the working class, you know, things that actually help people, not stupid fucking shit like going after e-girl cosplay streamers. Like, can we just
Wait, so, oh yeah, about that, every non-US Latinian got mad about the Latinx thing? Or are you talking about like almost like every single like Latina and Latino were like eyebrow raising on that specific like word in general? Is that what you're implying there? Yes, I'm not surprised at all. All of us. It's a Western thing though. That's the saddest thing about it, you know. That is the sad thing about it. It's like, it's not even like, because it is, you know, it is part of the Western Hemisphere, right? But like it's just crazy to see that specifically, how that became a thing.
Back to the fact that we are all being ruled by satanic billionaire pedophiles who may or may not be eating children, please.
That's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
In conclusion, Emaru did nothing wrong.
Exactly.
People are tired of having politics shoved down their throat, and you don't need to speak about things you don't want to speak about. You don't have to do that. You don't have to say the line, actually. This is mass psychosis, rivaling on 2020. These people are trying to socially ostracise this woman for not putting like a black square on her Instagram. They're just mad at Emaru for not doing like the ice bucket challenge or some shit. Like that's basically what is happening here. If you are going to streamers for political information, you are cooked. If you are going to Shoe on Head for political information, you are deep fried. So that was that little video. If you liked my yapping, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon down below. It really helps the channel out and I appreciate it so much. And
I'd rather be called like, you know, like you know, for like the Asian, one of the Asian slurs, CHINK. I'd rather be called that than you know, for example, or like Latinx or anything like that, you know, or like a wet back. Apparently that's also a racial thing, apparently, because Mexicans' backs are always sweaty all the time. That's the reason why. I don't think Beaner in general is racist. I think I find it pretty funny in my personal opinion, but whatever. I don't know what other racial slurs there are. I'd rather be called an Indio than Philippine X, and that's our official racial slur. Oh, is it? I'd rather be called any other specific racial slur than saying Latinx or, you know, I guess Philippine X or whatever other shit in general that they decide to create over there in fucking California. So it's like a concoctive, like they're like concoctioning like some kind of weird like fucking like bio weapon over there, you know. I've always been called that one, eggplant, spring roll dumpling. End of the day, they just words. Exactly, they're just words. I'd rather be called. You're not getting that. So when I got banned one time for saying "Good morning, you gorgeous beans." Really? That's crazy. That's a good video though.
I will see you guys very soon with a new video. Bye.
Great video. Shoe on head video. I always love shoe on head at the end of the day. And honestly, don't get me started with the VTuber scene. Jesus Christ. The VTuber scene is a whole cesspool of a breeding ground of itself, becoming, you know, the way how it is now, you know? So, yeah. I'll throw hands if someone calls me Philippine X. I call you a lumpia lover. You goddamn lumpia lover. Anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. You know, at the end of the day, you know, it's still something. It's still something that I personally hate. Like, at the end of, you know, like I said, right, specifically, if I ever join a VTuber community, right, and I speak my own two opinions about things, let me just be honest with you. If there's an apology that comes up afterwards, it's not me who's doing it. That's all I gotta say. Lumpia is delicious. They are very delicious, to be honest. The badge of honor, the lumpia is life. Yeah, you lumpia lover. But yeah, just letting you guys know, if the day happens where I join a VTuber corporation and everything like that, you know, and if that happens and I get in some controversy like that, let me just be honest with you. You already know exactly how I think, and this is how I think, and this is how I am. So nothing will ever change me, okay? All right? Unless I get amnesia, and then for some reason some woke people decide to brainwash me. Then that's probably a problem, to be honest. But just take a frying pan and just slap me across the head or so, and I should be back to normal. Anyways, that is the end of the video. And that's a great video. And honestly, Shoe on Head, probably one of the best people to watch at the end of the day. So, and peace.